Okay, we live in the crib, vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube channel and on our Instagram at Vibing with Vito. I got somebody special in the building.
Hello.
Grady Native.
Yes,
This has been my dog for a long time. God's favorite homegirl.
That's me.
She has a brand management company, the Ill Group.
Yep.
And also is head of production for the Collective Gallery.
Yep.
Introduce yourself.
Hello. Thank you for having me. My name is Shelly Andrews. I am God's favorite homegirl. I am an Atlanta native. I went to Hampton University, and I am all things, everything. I am head of production at Collective Gallery, and I work very closely with Cam Kirk, so overseeing his foundation, working closely with his studio and all his other entities. And then I have my own brand, the Ill Group, where I manage a bartender, illustrator, and a few other different people, and just like to really put on, curate, event experiences, and kind of just be like the go-to for people to help people connect the dots. And then my favorite is God's favorite homegirl, which is my app platform that's like a network for women of faith to be able to really just come and get all the things, resources, the moms, exercise, beauty. It's going to cover so much stuff. So it started as merch, of course, because that's always the easiest way to get your brand out. But this year I'm really trying to take it to the next level and really do what I wanted to do, which was be the app and be a real network and source for people. So
that's dope.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. 2024, how's your year been so far?
The year is going well. It started off with a big bang because we have our Yesterday's Tomorrow conference. Which
I saw that.
Yeah, which is under the Cam Kirk Foundation. So we do that every year for Martin Luther King Day. And it went off with a bang. So we kind of hit the ground running with that. And it's been a good momentum, been able to kind of really prioritize my family, my work, and stuff like that. So it's going good. I've been reading this book called The 12-Week Program or something like that. And so I am learning how you shouldn't put your whole, you shouldn't put your goals on a year. It should be 12 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm trying.
What made? I didn't mean to cut you off. But what made you read that book? How did you?
A friend of mine, Chrissy. Shout out to my girl Chrissy. That's why it's always good to have good people around you, and just people that want to see you grow and really elevate you. So she actually just sent it to me and my boyfriend, mailed it to our house.
That's dope as hell.
Yeah, we were just talking. We were just talking about just prioritizing and how to really maximize the year and just sharing. And she's like, "Well, I'm gonna send you something that I've been reading." And so I really just dived into it, and I'm like, "Wow, it's literally put the marks as the 12 weeks and just keep going that way versus by the end of the year you want to rev it up when it's you can rev it up anytime." So it's really helping shift my mindset. So I'm really just digging really deep into it. So I'm excited once I finish it.
I'm excited for you
to really implement that and see how it changes.
The name of that book one more time.
It's the 12 weeks.
I need to get that. I'm gonna try to see if I can implement that in my life.
Yeah. I'll make sure I share it with you.
For sure.
But so that's kind of where I'm at with it. It is the end of the quarter, so I'm excited for all the things to come and just trying to keep the momentum going. I feel like with the seasons changing, that always is a good thing too, because the sun and stuff make people feel real good. So
absolutely. So we're vibing with Vito, right?
Yeah.
So explain your vibe to the people. How would you explain your vibe?
My vibe. Okay, my vibe is. I feel like my vibe varies. Overall, I feel like I'm a chill, approachable, fun. I like to laugh. I like to kick it. I like to learn, relatable. And then sometimes I can be serious and really like to get stuff done. And take things very seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I feel like it's a balance. My vibe is a balance. Sometimes we can play, sometimes we gotta be serious. So that's what I would say my vibe is.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's
so
on
your life path and your life journey, did you envision life to be the way it is now, or is it something that just came about?
I feel like I'm doing what I said I wanted to do.
That's dope.
I don't think that it was maybe the path that I saw it being or how I was going to get here, but I definitely feel like it's what I thought I would be doing. In the industry, making connections, continuing to help my friends, continuing to see my friends, elevate and really be able to cultivate different kind of experiences for us and stuff like that. So yes, but did I think I would be working in production space and photography and behind the scenes as much as I am? Probably not, but I love it. I think it's dope. I think that I like the messaging that it sends is that, you know, you can be successful in so many different ways.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to always be in the front or, you know, signed or that type of thing. Like, it's ways to get into the entertainment industry. It's ways to get into the business, marketing, things like that. So I would say, yeah, I'm definitely doing what I thought I would do, but not as the path was probably just a little bit different. But you can never really determine your path. Like, you think you can, but you can't.
Hey, man, thank you guys for watching the content, watching all of the interviews. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also leave a comment, man. Vibing with Vito. Just take 1 second out your day and leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Let's get back to the interview. Can I give you your flowers right quick?
I would love that.
So, like, one thing that I can say, like, in school, like, in passing, we always used to talk.
Yeah.
But we weren't, like, as close, like, as the closest friends, but you always supported me. Like, even when it came down to, like, my hoodies.
Yes.
You got a hoodie for me.
I do have a hoodie.
When I had the pizza.
Yes.
Like, I pulled up to Cam Kirk spot and brought you guys some pizza and stuff like that. And then now you're here on my platform.
Absolutely.
Like, you always made time to, like, show love to whatever I was doing. And I really appreciate that shit. Like, honest, this is like real talk. Like,
no,
honestly, I really appreciate it.
Of course, for sure.
So, you've ran campaigns for Nike, Amazon, and also Athlete's Foot. I saw a commercial that you just put like, a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
like,
so that's been really cool. Being head of production with Collective Gallery, which is the photography label, the first of its kind. We basically sign photographers and we do a lot of agency work. So we've had the opportunity to do the yard runners for like 2 to 3 years. Cam was a Nike yard runner, so it kind of just made sense for him to shoot the next campaign. So that's been really good with League 22, who is like the other co-company that really puts it all together. They call on us for production. So it's been really cool to be in those spaces. Athlete's Foot is our partner, so we do all their social media and all their like campaigns. So it's really cool being in those spaces. We had the AMP documentary. AMP was it was a platform that Amazon was endorsing, and so we did the documentary last summer. So it's been really cool just to be able to be in those spaces, be able to put people in places to be a part of those spaces. That cool.
That was dope. Can you explain like what Nike Yard Runner is? Because I really don't know.
So
the
Nike
campaign.
Yard Runner is a campaign created to really highlight HBCUs under the Nike sector. So every year they'll choose like, I want to say maybe like 10 Nike Yard Runners. They're all from different HBCUs. So it's usually like Howard, Hampton, Morehouse, North Carolina A&T, and different HBCUs they'll highlight. And so they come together and create a campaign, and we get with them and we brainstorm what that campaign is going to be, and they just do a full rollout. And most of the time, recently, it's been accompanying a shoe. And so there's a shoe that goes with the school, and then they do like that whole rollout to sell the shoe and stuff. So it's been really cool to be a part of that. Yeah, it's been really cool. So yeah, this is my second year doing it. Last year we did it on or maybe it's my third year. Look, I can't even remember.
You just been working.
Yeah, I just been working, but it's really cool just to know that as hard as it is being Black people and trying to get these corporations to notice us or care, there are some campaigns that kind of like you still can feel very attached to and very proud of. And so Yard Runners is definitely one of them because they always come out super dope. I think I know Stephen A. Smith was like narrating it and just like it's really, really cool how it just keeps elevating. So I do like that. I went to HBCU myself. So it's cool to be a part of something like that.
I'm proud. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. How did you link with Cam? Like that was one of my top questions. How did y'all link?
It's so crazy. I known Cam I always be like, I'm Cam's oldest friend. Even though I'm probably not. But I knew Cam before he had a camera. I always say that. We just used to hang out. Like we all had the same friends. He went to Morehouse. I was from Atlanta, and we just linked up that way. And he just always showed love. Like I remember he worked at like DTLR, and he was able to get me like me and a friend like tickets to DTLR. I mean to the Jeezy show at Buckhead Theater. Like he just always showed love. And then when he got his studio, which has now been around for like 7 years or 8 years this year, I was the first person to shoot my show, The Ill Table, there. So he just always showed love, and over the years we stayed connected. We have, again, like I said, the same friends. And so when the pandemic came, I just told him, like, I love what you're doing over here. I really want to work with you and for you. And he was like, sure, for sure. And from there, it's just been up. Like, we just really.
That's dope as
yeah,
hell.
Yeah. He just really is a person that everything he says he's going to do, he does it. So that's like always really encouraging and just like good energy to be around. He's a man of his word. And, yeah, I love Cam. Everybody know I love Cam, so I'm gonna ride for Cam. But yeah, no, it's been really dope. That's how I met him, just on some genuine, organic, like being around college, that vibe. Which is, I think, is always so important for people just to really like look next to you versus always trying to look up. Like, that's what I really preach to a lot of people. It's like, you never know who you see. Like, you don't know what your friend is gonna be. Like, you gotta believe in the people around you. That's why it's good to have a good circle, because you don't really have to judge that. You know, like, this my partner, he fine. Like, he gonna rock, I'm gonna rock with him versus trying to go to the top. It's like, nah, let's build together. So I feel like that's just been a really good blessing for me. It's like all my friends, I believed in them. That's why I had the ill table. I would interview all my friends there. So yeah, that's how.
Are you gonna bring that back, like the ill table?
I don't know if I'll bring the ill table back. I think about it every now and then. I always think about it in the realm of like seeing everyone be so successful on YouTube and make billions and hundreds of thousands. It's kind of like one of those things where it's just like I feel like a revelation, like to not stop. And when you have a good idea, to keep going no matter what comes in the way of it. I would love to bring it back, I think, but I also feel like there's another way for me to do it. Right. And maybe through like God's favorite homegirl, I can.
I love that. I love that saying.
Yeah,
that's so dope. For real.
So I think there'll be parts of the ill table around, but I'm able to, like, I did all the production, I did the budgeting, I did like A to Z how I wanted everything. So I feel like I'm doing it, but just for other people in a different space. But I feel like it definitely was a platform that really got me the connections and really stamped me and made me meet a lot of different people, because people wanted to be on the show, or people were watching the show, or people were just very surprised that I was doing it. And I think it's just more so one of those things where I am happy that I did it, and that I did it when I did it, because it just reminds me that I am an innovator, I am a trendsetter, and to bet on myself. And if I can do it then, I can do it now. But I do be looking like people making the money on YouTube. I would have just kept going.
You can always go back to it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that it's about timing and really doing what God calls you. Because when I stopped doing it, I was just in a space where I was funding it myself. I didn't really know where I wanted to go with it. I wasn't as confident in it as I should have been. I feel like people around me were like, this is good, this is good, this is good. But in the end, if you don't really feel good about it, or feel confident about it, or believe in yourself, then it's really nothing anybody else can tell you. Even with artists and people pushing you to do something you don't want to do, it can be bomb, it can blow up. But if you don't like it, at some point, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna pop.
It's not gonna pop how you want it to pop. So I think it was just a time and a place for everything, and it really taught me a lot of different things, and I know that I can do it. So
Facts, absolutely. What I wanted to ask you a question, because you said something. You said you're an innovator and stuff like that, and you've been on this journey.
Yeah.
What drives like your burning desire to succeed?
That's a good question. Now it's my son. Having a son really put things in perspective, and just knowing the things and watching the news and all the turmoil and just what people are going through because they don't have the love or the resources or the network or the money. So that definitely fuels me to keep going and make a legacy for him where he doesn't have to worry about anything, and be proud to not worry about anything. And make sure that I'm able to surround him with the right people that don't make him feel bad for not having to worry about anything. Because that plays a part too, is you having everything and being able to do what you want to do, but you're surrounded by people that are jealous or don't understand or don't have the mindset. So he definitely is the reason for me wanting to be successful versus myself, and just really proving to myself that I can do it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And he's 1.5?
Yeah, he's gonna be 2.
About to be 2.
Yeah, April
and his
27th. His name is Cassius.
Okay.
Yes, baby Cash.
So I see when you post him, I can see like the joy, like just the joy, like you love being his mom, and that's amazing.
Yes, I love it.
I was gonna ask you, how has motherhood shaped you into the woman that you are today?
It's crazy. It's like people tell you about it, but really experiencing it and the unconditional love and just him not caring what kind of day I had.
You're right.
My mama, what we eating, what we doing.
Yeah, facts.
It's really, really, really just made me a softer person. I feel like it's made me more patient, more understanding. I would say just want to be better. I definitely want to be better for him, and just really questioning what I know, reprogramming myself, being open to know that what I may want for him, he may not want. So how am I going to handle that? His intuitiveness and like just how he is learning stuff every day that maybe I know, like, I didn't teach you that. How did you learn that?
Yeah, right.
So I had to be cognitive. Yeah, they're brilliant. So I had to be cognitive of the things I do, the things I say. So it's really made me just want to go harder and be better. And just more intentional and not just out here just doing stuff just to do it. I have to really make it make sense. Can't just be wasting my money and spending my money or being in the wrong places at the wrong time.
I'm getting better with that.
Yeah, me too. Look, me too.
Yeah,
me
facts,
too.
Facts.
So yeah, motherhood has made me, I would say, definitely softer, more understanding, more forgiving.
Okay.
Just because I want people to treat my son a certain type of way. So how I want people to treat my son, I have to treat people that way.
Right. Facts. So vibing with Vito, the quote of the day, right? Because I was in church earlier.
Okay.
It says small steps of obedience can change any outcome. Right. How important is the word obedience to you?
It's very, very, very important. I just was quoting one of the quotes I used to have on my phone. I need to add it back. It said that discipline is not a bad word. And when I think about obedience and discipline, we are programmed. Yeah, they're hand in hand. And we're programmed to think that, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Sorry. We're programmed to think that structure, following instructions, being good is a bad thing or not cool. Absolutely. Or it's not really taught. So obedience is one of those things where I think going to church is important for me because it kind of creates that foundation. Because what am I being obedient to? I'm being obedient to the word in the Bible. But to some people, they're being obedient to the gangs. Or they're being obedient to the music. They're being obedient to what they're taught.
Their dreams.
Yeah, to their dreams or whatever. So I think when you think about obedience, it's also important to know, like, where is your obedience stemming from? You know, like, I am trying to really, with God's favorite homegirl, amplify the non-worldly things that we're being taught because they are leading us into bad lanes. Absolutely. You know, like, people are greedy. People are killing each other for little sums of money. People are. And it's crazy being in high school, and when I think about some of the stuff that we endured or were a part of or know about or maybe even amplified or thought was cool, when I think back, one, God is good we made it out and no one was harmed or, you know, we're here to talk about it, but it's only getting worse. And I think about just like this Six Flags situation that happened. The Six Flags situation. When I think about us going to Six Flags and how it was a little dangerous just to drop your kid off and have us outside, and some of the wild, we might have left the park or, you know, but it still was not
how it is now.
And the motives weren't to hurt each other. It may have been to be a little rebellious or just see what I can get away with, but it wasn't to go kill anybody. It wasn't to go harm anybody, go rob anybody. So that scares me now, just knowing having a son, which is why I unplug a lot from the news because I don't want to parent in fear. I don't want to live in fear. But I do have to be cognizant of it and understand it. So obedience to me is everything. I have to be obedient to what God is leading me to do because it can impact so many other people. I also think when you aren't obedient, bad things happen. Life is hard,
man.
You know, versus being obedient, things come easy. A lot of things that I am experiencing now and having the opportunity to do, they're easy. It's not, I'm not breaking my back. I'm not having to find the extra time. I'm not dreading getting up to do it. I'm not everything is so easy, but it's because I'm being obedient versus me trying to do my own thing or find my own path. It's like, let me just be obedient to what God is calling me to do, and it's going to be easy.
Wow.
So obedience is everything to me. It wasn't always that way. I think I always like to follow the rules, though. Like, I feel like that was just a natural.
Right.
I like to follow the rules. I like to have fun too, and sometimes the rule breakers are fun.
Yeah,
they're fun. They're funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's about balance too. I do think sometimes you have to endure some pain and some not bad things, but just some oppositions or things that you have to battle to understand how important it is to be obedient. And that's why being around people that also push your obedience or are obedient as well, it makes it easier. Just like any type of friend group, robbers, gang killers, preachers, anything that you're a part of, team athletes, that type of thing. Like, if you have the same type of goal, it's easier to achieve whatever that is, good or bad. If you have people around you that are pushing that goal. So I would say obedience is super important, and being around people that want to follow their righteous obedience is important too.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna leave you with a gem. Your vibe is your tribe.
Your vibe is your tribe.
So, like,
I like that.
Real talk. Like, the people you're around can either it can either make you or break you.
Your vibe is your tribe.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you had one word that best describes like you, what would that word be?
Ooh,
take your time.
That's a good one. One word that describes me. I would say adaptable.
Okay, explain.
I say adaptable because there are various situations where it may not have aligned with what I thought, but it was something that I needed to be a part of. And the only way I was able to do that is to adapt to the situation and be understanding. I only say adaptable because I feel like being adaptable, you have to be understanding, you have to be forgiving, you have to be open-minded, you have to be thoughtful, you have to be intentional to even become adaptable to something because you have to understand it. So I would say adaptable just because it's allowed me to deal with different kind of people, be in different type of situations, be successful in type of situations, remove myself from other situations by being adaptable and really peeping the scene and realizing where I'm at and, okay, don't say that, or
facts.
lead with this, or they did that, so you might want to check the vibe. Like, it just being adaptable, you really can read the room, or you can kind of, be tactful, or just, I think being able to read the room is so important. And, like, get out of there or stay in here, but this is what you can say. So I think adaptable is a good word to describe me, just because I do like to be in different environments, work with different people, be around different people, and understand or not understand where they're coming from.
Absolutely.
But you have to adapt to even put yourself in that mindset.
Facts. So you were born and raised here, right? How important is the culture of Atlanta to you?
It's so funny you asked that, because as important as it is to me, I try to detach from that and not be so attached to it, because it is changing.
Right.
There are things that we will never get back, but I feel like this is just about society, just like not being able to cut off the internet anymore and, social media and how we can never go back. So I feel that way about Atlanta, how you can't just walk down Boulevard, or you can't just hang out across the street from Grady, or just the things that we did. Like, I would never probably put my son on MARTA and let him. But that's what we used to do. Like, we would ride MARTA from the north to the south, 5 Points, all these things. Like, and it was never a thought. Like, never. Even though it was very dangerous then, when you think about it, it was very dangerous then. But I don't know if people's intent wasn't, or we were just covered. But I would never let my son do any of the things that we did. And that's scary. So I feel like the culture is very important to me, but I can't hang on to it just because I don't know if we will I don't think we'll get it back.
Right,
and
right.
it's important for me to be able to show what I got from the culture and how the culture shaped me and why the culture is important to me. But knowing how fast things are moving and trends and just new things coming about, I don't want to get stuck on what I missed and what I wish take me back.
Facts,
And
facts.
I always say I'm gonna take me back kind of person.
Right.
Because I do reminisce a lot, but it's just how the world is set up and what's going on. That's not anything you can super focus on. I think it's good to be able to relate when you see your friend or your homeboy, and it brings back these nostalgia moments and creating them. We just did like the BMF experience.
Man, I wanted to come to that so bad. When I saw the pictures, I'm like, how did I miss this?
I gotta make sure.
Can y'all please send me?
Yes,
like I was telling your other friend, what's her name?
Jasmine.
Yeah, because I saw it on her page. Then you posted. I'm like, bro, like I need to be.
Yes, I'll make sure that we.
Yeah, facts.
But even that, I wasn't of age then, so I can only imagine how fun it was. And
yeah, facts.
Just no phones and the lifestyle, but we can't get back to that,
Yeah,
just because of the new generations and things like that. So I think it's important for us to be able to tell the stories and learn from it, but I just try not to sulk in it too much because it's nothing you can really do about it.
I feel that. So like through your whole journey, right? You know what I'm saying? You've been doing this for a while, very successful. What are some of your like fondest moments from your journey, like that you can look back and say, damn, I did that?
Yeah, I think definitely the Super Bowl, DJ Holiday and Friends, producing that was my first live concert experience. I didn't know what I was doing,
right.
But Holiday trusted me to get it done, and we got it done. And I made a lot of connections. When I see people to this day, it's all love. So that's like one of the main moments that really kind of gave me the confidence to know that I could do it. Definitely being a part of like the first phase of Trap Museum. And
oh my God. Yeah, I remember when that first hit the scene.
Yeah, and that was super cool being a part of that. Motel 21.
You was behind that too?
Yeah, the group.
Bro, I went there.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. I went like as like a regular.
Yeah,
like I was
no,
just,
Motel 21 was dope. And people weren't doing stuff like that. So being a part of that, I would say even just my early days with like Spillage Village and Earth Gang and just where Olu is now and Ian and Jid and seeing where they are now, that's really cool. And I feel like the Ill Table is one of the things I'm most proud of too, because I did interview Cam was on there.
That's hard.
Set by Sky, Spillage Village, Miriam Mariba, DJ Pretty Boy Tank.
That's my guy. Shout out to Tank.
Yeah, shout out to Tank. That's my client. Who else is on there? Ashley Fox, Carmen Ellis, like all these people that I really, really look up to and believed in, and to see them really thriving right now is super dope. So that's probably like my fondest, is just like knowing that I could spot the talent and really believed in my friends and being able to be one of the first people to interview them. And now like 10 years later, everyone is very successful and doing good things. So I would say, like Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Trap Museum, Motel 21. Those are like the earlier things.
Yeah,
and then anything after, just I always forget a lot of things.
Yeah, because you do so much stuff.
Yeah, I always forget too. But those kind of stick out because they, like Trap Museum is so popping. And it's like they were featured on National Geographic list of places to visit and just all these things. And when I think about the grind and the hard work and the sleepless nights and the arguments and and just the passion that really went into that project to see it years later and to run into the Grand Hustle family and we all just have that special connection knowing what we did. It's super cool.
Does this feel like work to you? Everything that you do, does it feel like a job, or does it feel like I'm living in my purpose?
I feel like I'm living in my purpose for sure. There are harder days, of course, where it's like, whew. But when I catch myself in those moments, I'm not a big complainer. And if I am a complainer, it's just to just get the complaint off. It's not to say I hate this and things like that. I think that I feel very blessed, and I know that I went through a lot of bad career choices, a lot of uncomfortable jobs, a lot of just not really thinking it through or trying to get to the top or trying to cheat the process, for lack of better words. So to be in this space feels great to be able to kind of cultivate the life and be a part of things that I want to be a part of, or pitch ideas and, you know, see them come to life. It's super cool, and definitely it's definitely a job though. It's hard work.
Right.
But it's not something I'm dreading or that I'm like, oh, I can't believe I gotta get up and do this again. Or it's definitely the dream to be able to work with people I love and like and respect, to be able to put my friends in positions to highlight their success.
Facts.
So yeah, no, it's good.
That's dope. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
Real talk.
You.
Vibing with Vito shout outs. Do you have any shout outs that you'd like to give? I want to shout out you for coming to vibe with me.
Yes.
And just always supporting. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
So I appreciate that.
Thank you. I'm gonna shout out you.
Thank you.
I have seen you in so many different lights.
Right.
You are the hustler of the year.
Right.
I love that you never give up and you always pivot and you really just make, and you're true to yourself and nothing ever seems forced. So I think that's super cool. I'm glad to be here with you. I want to shout out all the girls, all God's favorite homegirl. It's Women's History Month. So I'm super excited to celebrate you guys, celebrate us. And I just want to keep shouting out the girls, all the girls.
That's dope. Hey, look. Thank you for coming to vibe with me. This was I had a whole list of goddamn questions. The phone just did whatever, so I was like, just let it flow.
Okay, I'm not.
And this was a great ass.
Okay, good.
It was a great ass conversation.
Good.
This has been another episode of Vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And also, man, again, tell your people to subscribe too.
Yes, you know subscribe and follow God's favorite homegirl.
Facts. Hey, and we gone.